Can you hear me? Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Hawkaholics. Brandon, back with another Wednesday beat, baby. How you feeling today?
I'm ready. I'm ready for this weekend, man. I'm having a little spotty internet issues, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. I don't know what's going on tonight, but we'll
I
see
know.
what we can do with it.
I know.
You're. Oh,
It's
Kyle's here already.
where you're at.
Okay.
Yeah, Kyle's early, so we won't waste too much of his time. But man, what about last week? What do you think of that, man?
I didn't see that coming. You know what sucks though, because I was just thinking about that. I should have went.
You should have, man.
I should have went. I honestly, if I would have loved to have seen that beat down. Hey, and the jump around crowd was awesome too. They look good doing their thing.
I don't know if you saw, but I think that was probably the first time I've ever seen an Iowa team doing the jump around, and it felt so good.
Usually I thought they participated in that.
At least the last game I went to at Camp Randall, Iowa one, they did not participate, and it wasn't like we were getting blown out. It's always been a good game there. I don't know, man. The vibe was just different that night, man, and you didn't see it coming, and neither did Luke Fickell. So, real question is, how many push-ups do you think they have to do now? You did hear about the push-up thing, right?
Yep. Oh yeah, they talked about it. They talked about it the whole week up there in the radio station. So, I heard about it.
Oh man, that was classic. Go ahead.
And I smiled, but before we bring on our guest today, I did want to mention that what's going on with the Big Ten right now, and the fact that Wisconsin is at the bottom of the Big Ten is just, and Indiana's at the top is just.
Yeah, speaking of that, man.
I'm on the bandwagon now, dude. I'm on the Indiana bandwagon now.
There's no way. All right, man. There's no way Luke Fickell survives this. I know we're going to finish up with Wisconsin here, but, dude, look at this schedule, man. So not only did you get your ass whooped last week by an unranked team at home, now you got number 1, number 8, Washington, who should be ranked top 25, and number 3 all in the next 4 weeks. You're talking about 5 weeks of hell, and then you close it off with Illinois, who is a talented team, and then your other rival, Minnesota. How many wins you see here for them? Give or take.
0.5.
Yeah. that was my 2. 0.5. Which game are you giving the 0.5 to is the real question. I know I have two I can choose from.
Illinois or Minnesota, but even then, I don't know, man. Because
go ahead.
When's the last time has Bielema been to Wisconsin since he's taken over for Illinois?
I don't know. That's a really good question.
If he hasn't, that's it. I just thought of that. That's it. Now take that out. Let's do Minnesota.
You're giving them Minnesota, what are they, 1-2 versus Minnesota?
Which Minnesota just blasted them last year. So
there you go, man. Luke Fickell's days are numbered, is all we're gonna say.
All right, man. Let's move forward, man.
Let's break right into this. I'll let you give an introduce, and then we'll bring Kyle on, my friend. So take it over, baby.
Hold on. Sorry, my son's crying. So, Buckeye Beef last year, we used to be all members of the Dogs. I don't know if any of you guys remember that or not, but good times. So I'm almost positive. So I reached out to Beef. I'm like, hey, Beef, do you know any Penn Staters? Because I really don't feel like this is kind of a weird time for them right now. So he gives me the Nittany Sports Now. I'm like, okay. He's like, and he made sure to let us know he was a dog at one time too. So
nice.
Without further ado, let's bring him aboard. Let's get him on. Sorry, my son's crying.
It's all right. What's up, Kyle? How are you, man?
Brandon, I missed you guys. Joe's on his way here, so for sure, it's great to reunite with Dogs alum.
I remember you now. Okay, Kyle. Now I put eye to face. Okay, I remember you.
It's been a long time, man. How you been?
Real good, Brad. You guys are a fantastic podcast for sure.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
I have a soft spot for Iowa. Kirk Ferenc is from down the road here from me in Upper St. Clair, which is not even 10 minutes from here. And also, I don't know if it's your group or not. They do some amazing, meme work with Kirk Ferenc, like whether he's smoking, burning $100 bills, like the Burning Benjamin Kirk or the Tony Montana Kirk. So you guys are fantastic.
Thanks, man. We appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. So crazy time for you, huh?
It is.
We're gonna make it.
Oh, we'll make it. I mean, you guys were talking about Wisconsin here a moment ago about man, they're about to be on a hell journey. I mean, I tune in every week to the Barry Alvarez show from Ruth's Chris in Middleton, Wisconsin. And we all know Barry coached with you guys in Iowa in the 80s. He has his sherry there and he looks miserable. So we're on the same thing, because considering where Penn State was to where it is now, and then just watching it blow up, because when Joe gets on here, we were both on the field whenever the whole mayhem ensued, watching Franklin just be like a ghost, knowing it was the end, the fan reaction and all that. If you would have told me before the season started that I would be minus James Franklin and everything would have gone to hell in a handbasket, I wouldn't have believed you.
Right. I mean, you started the year where in January? One win away from the national championship, and now 6 games into the season, you have no coach, no starting quarterback, and a lot of question marks, man. So, all right. So, obviously, everybody out there is probably wondering, and everybody has their thoughts on who the next coach is. Before we get into some X and the O's, from a Penn State side, who is your pick, or who would you like to see Penn State go after with their first phone call?
I am gung-ho right now on Buffalo Bills offensive coordinator Joe Brady.
Oh, I hear a different answer. How come?
So here's the thing. Penn State's not getting Kirk Cignetti, and I'd be interested when Joe gets on to hear his, because he hasn't really revealed who his is. But mine's Joe. There he is.
We'll ask you, baby.
Right.
What's up, Joe?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
What's up, man?
Doing great, man. How are you?
So, Joe, we're all Dogs alums, so that's why they're excited to see me now. So you get to join the mayhem of that was college football Dogs amongst us. So they asked a question, Joe, and I'm kind of curious what your answer would be. Who's your number one pick for who replace Franklin? Who would be your call? I told him mine. I'm kind of curious to hear yours.
Kirk Ferentz.
Man,
Make him.
Wow. This is a hard question to answer. Obviously, I mean, everything is so fluid. We're still in the middle of the season, and this isn't going to be wrapped up for another month, maybe 2 months. If I had to guess right now, I think it's the boring answer, but I think Matt Rule would be the guy just based on his record. I know it's a big stretch there, but that's who if I had to pick. But truthfully, I don't have a clue what's going to happen. I don't think Penn State has a clue yet.
I said mine, Joe. It's Joe Brady.
Yep.
So my reason for Joe Brady. Here's my reason. You're not going to get the successful retreads or guys that are going to be in the playoffs. To me, Penn State needs that young innovator that has a proven track record in college. You look at what Joe Brady has done. He was on Penn State's Joe Moorhead staffs. He then went to the New Orleans Saints. Sean Payton thinks the world of him. Sean Payton's heard that Brady wanted to go to LSU for 2019. He thought that was career suicide. And that turned out to be his calling card, historic offense. was a coordinator with Matt Rule at the Carolina Panthers, and now has been principal with Josh Allen's development. I still feel Buffalo would have a deep playoff push, but much like when Penn State brought in Bill O'Brien, I think Joe would want to keep a lot of the staff that's here intact, which is a huge thing to help with recruiting, and just them being able to point to what Joe Brady's doing in the NFL playoffs. If Buffalo makes a deep run, it is a big calling card and selling card for the Nittany Lions.
But speaking of Buffalo, Kyle, you would agree that Terry Pagula is going to have something to do with the search, right?
Oh yeah, how can he not? I mean,
well, would he want to help get rid of his own offensive coordinator though?
At the end of the day, his thinking is, I have the quarterback, I have the head coach, I have the pieces around it. I think they could mold someone to bring in for Brady, because here's the thing. Would he rather lose Joe Brady to another NFL team and have to contend with him over the next X amount of years, or send him to college where he no longer has to contend with them and he can enjoy the best of both worlds?
Yeah, that is very true. It's funny you say Matt Rule.
I know. I'm kind of curious. Brad, go ahead first. I'm curious.
I'm going to be that guy because he just reminds me. I can't remember. I was trying to find it and pull it up. I wish I would have screenshotted it today. But his record versus the top 25 since Temple is offers. So we're talking, you're basically going to fire Franklin and hire the white version of James Franklin. Yes, he has some alumni tie, but Kyle, I like what you said. You went out and you hired Franklin from Vanderbilt. Who the hell hires somebody from Vanderbilt? You guys did. And it was honestly a really good.
Yeah, it was at the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him.
You guys.
Texas one of them. I don't know if you guys know about the James Franklin search where it was really between the Longhorns and the Nittany Lions for James. Like Penn State had to make a move. That's the whole reason that all worked out.
I would have taken him. Honestly, I would have been okay with that. James Franklin to Iowa. That would have been awesome.
But my counterpoint on Matt Rule is, I think losing top 25 games is different at Baylor and even Nebraska than it would be at Penn State. So I don't know if that's like the most apples to apples thing.
Baylor makes sense, but now we're talking Big Ten to Big Ten.
Yeah,
he can't hardly beat Iowa.
Yeah,
he can't hardly beat Illinois. He's going to come in there and try to compete with Ohio State and Michigan every year repeatedly. I don't know, man. I guess we'll see how the year plays out for him. That's my opinion on it. They have a lot to gain. That's just me.
He's a rebuilder, though. Do you guys really need a rebuild?
Yeah, and that's a fair argument too. I do agree with that.
I think Penn State hiring Matt Rule would be the personification of the Spider-Man double.
He does make the choice.
See, Kyle's on to something. I like that. That's
you guys would have a field day if Penn State poached Rule, because you could essentially put it ahead of James Franklin on one Spider-Man and Matt Rule on the other, and it would make sense.
They're the same dudes.
Right.
It's true.
I mean, we'll see how Nebraska's season plays out. They're ranked. They seem to be putting it together the best they've seen in a while. So I guess we'll see how it goes for him. But yeah, man, wild times, man. I didn't think he'd get fired midway. I figured they'd let the season play out. That's just was my opinion of it. I thought Luke Fickell would get fired Saturday night, and he did not.
No kidding. I know. I did not. I thought that was going to be reversed.
I thought you guys would end them there. I mean, 37-0. I mean, I listen to, like I told you, I listen to Barry Alvarez show every week, and it's and those guys are like, it's like every week's like in a bit like someone died. It's like they're doing a eulogy every week.
I believe it.
Yeah, man, we had Billy on from he covers Wisconsin football post-game shows and things like that, and he was saying the same thing, man. I wish I would have listened in after the show. It was just too late for me on the East Coast, but
it was bad.
Was it bad?
It was somber as hell. Dude, I was so tired though. We said we were gonna call in. I was talking to Dean to call in, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not doing it." He's like, "We both agreed. We're like, we ain't doing it. This is bad. This is terrible, dude."
Yeah, first
and that's a rival. That's another thing too. Like that you would normally like talk trash to your rival, but that it's just sad, man.
Yeah. Last time Wisconsin was blanked at home, 1980.
Ooh. Yeah,
I
you're
was-
talking the dark ages of even I think Dave McClain wasn't even coach yet. Like that's bad.
That was probably their epitome of rock bottom. Was the
but remember, Wisconsin fans are spoiled rotten for wanting to win. That's what Barry Alvarez said.
Yeah. And another reason I don't see Matt Rule leaving Nebraska is he's looked. If you ever look at his Twitter and X, he always has up like different hoagie shots, whether it's Sid's or McAllister's out there. So I don't think he's giving up because Penn State's sandwich game is not on par with Lincoln's. I'll just put it out there.
And he doesn't have to win a national title at Nebraska to be remembered fondly there, right? Like at Penn State, we're at the point now where if the next coach doesn't get them all the way, that's what he's going to be remembered for. But I mean, if Matt Rule could be considerably better than Scott Frost and Mike Riley and even Bo Pelini, that they'll take that there for what they've gone through since Tom Osborne got axed.
For now.
We're living right now in Happy Valley under the Kraft manifesto. If you didn't see him come out, Joe was there. I was on Zoom. Joe, when Kraft came out and he had his bling on his hand and he's just going up there like old school Al Davis saying like national championship or bust. That's where we're at as a program. It's you better be ready to win. So I don't know if that's how you took it, Joe, but he came out. He had the imagery and just the word choices and how he presented himself just showed like we're not settling for 10-2 anymore, which is bold.
Yep.
Like that. Let's just be honest. Like I at Iowa, you guys go 10-2. Kirk Ferentz can eat for free wherever he goes. In Happy Valley, you get fired.
It's crazy you say that. Is Ferentz is averaging almost 9 wins a year the last 10 years, and people are still calling for his head. And that includes the 8 games we played in 2020, so we didn't have a chance to get to 9.
Here's the thing. What the Burning Kirk did with his Burning Benjamins, he brought his son in, and he said, "Guys, I'm going to win 9 games a year," and in between that and the Greg Davis playbook, which is like a Tecmo Bowl playbook, you guys were still successful. Could you imagine if you guys were somewhat competent offensively?
And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong on this. I think that the way that Iowa has been winning football games doesn't make it feel like they're averaging 9 wins a year.
Correct.
No.
Correct.
What was it 2 years ago? Your best player was your punter.
Yep.
It was like
3 years.
Yeah, Troy Taylor.
Yeah, yep. I remember that because it was like punt city in Iowa City.
Yep.
This year, man, this year's been interesting for us, man, and the difference for Iowa this season is the quarterback play. For Iowa.
You know what's crazy? Sorry, Brad, but
No,
so we've been doing, you and I, this is our second season doing this. I actually feel better this year about our team than I did last year. And we had a really good running back.
Yep.
Who, if you guys,
he's a Steeler now. I'm a Pittsburgh guy. So
he is.
Oh, I need to talk to you towards the end. We got a chit chat.
Yep.
I'm a cheesehead, so
Speaking of,
I own an ownership stock in the Packers.
thanks, bud. Heck yeah.
that's awesome. Speaking of quarterbacks, so I tried doing a little recon work on your guys' quarterback on Saturday. I came up.
I wish Aller was still playing. Honestly,
I came out with nothing. So
it's top secret.
That hurt.
What I know that kind of hurts us. Actually, it could hurt us. But could you tell us a little bit about what we can expect? Who he is? What year he is? Tell a little bit about what Iowa should and could expect at quarterback come Saturday.
Yeah,
I'll let you go, Joe.
Yeah, well, it's hard to. He's thrown 11 passes in his career, and I think all but one of them were against Nevada week 1. Now, that drive, he led a 96-yard scoring drive in garbage time. But it's really hard to say what Ethan Grunkemeyer is without, resorting to what he did before Penn State, which was in high school. But he's an Ohio guy. He actually has the same quarterbacks coach, the personal quarterbacks coach as Drew Aller, that being Brad Mandler. And he's kind of a similar, he never became a 5-star like Aller did in high school, but he was a guy that wasn't really, grew up like pretty much in Ohio State's backyard, Olentangy, which is very close to Columbus, and didn't get the attention of Ohio State. He was, I think, a 3-star when he committed to Penn State, but after that commitment, he kind of blew up over the summer, did very well at the Elite 11 showcase, and then started his career as a freshman last year, was number 3 on the depth chart because Jackson Smolik, who is actually from Iowa, went to Dowling Catholic, which I believe is the same high school as Caitlin Clark. He got hurt last year. He would have been the 3rd string behind Drew Aller and Bo Pribula. Grunkemeyer ends up becoming the 3rd string. By the playoff, he's Drew's backup because Bo left and they only had 2 real quarterbacks on the roster. Got in against SMU, threw an interception on his first pass, so that's quite a start. But yeah, he's a guy. He's mobile. He does sling it, has a big arm, and I think we aside from that background, we don't know too much more than you guys would because we haven't seen it. So what I do want to see is for him to play loose and look like he's having fun playing football because Drew Aller didn't really look that way at any point this season.
I would say the first pass, and it's either his first or second pass, Joe, in his career was in the college football playoff against SMU and he threw a pick. So, and I think he got a lot of action against FIU. It was either Nevada or FIU, Joe.
That was Nevada.
Yeah, and he was connecting well with Raffle Yea, the tight end, and on the one drive where they scored a touchdown on, Cam Wallace had that amazing hurdle. So he has some rapport, guys. I think it's what is going to be the philosophy or strategy to use them. He has the tools to be dangerous and make you pay, but will they let him play? That's the $1 million question. Because if it's anything like we saw from Drew this year, it didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, he's he's going to step into a hornet's nest Saturday night. So, man, I feel for the kid. It kind of reminds me of, I think, 2021 when you guys lost your starting quarterback. Was it Clifford?
Yeah. This guy's like better than Taquan Roberson. I mean, before Taquan came in and, he never saw the field at all whatsoever. Then he came out in the middle of the children of corn. And let's be honest, Kinnick, you're on top of everybody. Yep. So he was getting it like tenfold. Not only are you having to come in and try to protect a lead in a top 4 matchup, but you got Iowa City all cranked up. Good effing luck.
Right. And I'm going to tell you, Iowa City is going to be pretty cranked up come Saturday with a crazy 3 weeks we've had from should have beat Indiana to don't know if we have a quarterback to a bye week to quarterback steps in and plays, and then we go up to Wisconsin and smack them around. I'm going to tell you, Iowa City and Iowa fans
we're ready, dude.
We had a daunting schedule, and now it does not look so daunting. Oregon looks human.
They do. They
look very human, and they have to come to Iowa City. You guys are going through some woes coming to Iowa City. USC, they're pretty damn good. I mean, that one.
I'll put it out there, guys. It's just that you guys have a chance to flirt with a potential playoff spot, but at minimum you should be going to this Cheez-It Bowl. You guys should be embracing Cheez-Its right now.
Hey, I had us 7-5, and I think as long as we continue to show the improvement we've seen week over week, man, I think this Iowa team can get to 8-9 wins, and then possibly 10, depending on how dominoes fall. Like a 10-2 Iowa team's in.
Yeah, you might be on the road for a playoff game in the Invitational, so you should love it.
Yeah, that Oregon matchup, if Iowa beats Penn State and Minnesota at home, which I think they should, I'm not picking Penn State against anybody right now, and then I think Minnesota, that Kinnick's a winnable game. Oregon game is a top 25 matchup at Kinnick, and that's a big deal.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one.
We're
We're going to be doing that. We're going to do a live show from a tailgate at that game. This is going to be awesome,
All right.
man. You guys are going to tune in. We're going to actually have, I don't even know, probably 10, 15 dudes from the 2015 Iowa team with us. So we're talking Desmond King, Jaleel Johnson, bunch of dudes, bunch of dogs,
Greg
man. They're
Maven,
Greg Maven. Yep.
Desmond King, another Steeler, great.
Yeah, Desmond King, baby. So yeah, man, we're excited for that one. So busy time, but yeah. So tell us, who should Iowa? All right, who's the interim coach? First of all, I don't think I really.
Yeah, that's Terry Smith. He was he's been Penn State's quarterbacks. He has a few responsibilities. His title before interim head coach was quarterbacks coach, defensive recruiting coordinator, and associate head coach or assistant head coach. They're the same thing, but it was always a pain in the ass concluding Terry Smith's name in an article because I didn't know what to title him. Like he had 3 different titles. Like Jim Knowles, I can just say defensive coordinator.
I was going to say, why isn't he coach? He's the big guy.
Well, I think Penn State needed they need a face right now more than they need a coach. And Terry's the guy. Like he was a receiver at Penn State. He had ties in the Whipple, which is in Western Pennsylvania, for a long time. And then when Franklin took over in 2014, he had Terry on his inaugural staff, and Terry's the only assistant that stayed with him the entire 11 and a half years. And Terry told us during his press conference, he said that James always said to him, if anything ever happened to me, that he would be the guy. And, something did happen to him. And now Terry's he was really, I think, the only option to take on this role because Penn State doesn't need to have like the best X's and O's guy running the program right now. They just need kind of a rock to keep everything together. And I think much like Tom Bradley was in 2011, Terry and Tom are friends. Terry actually told media Wednesday that him and Tom had been talking. But, yeah, I think Penn State needs a face right now. They need a guy that players would run through a wall for, and Terry checks really all the boxes there.
Nice. Yeah, man. They're I listen, my whole life I've had 2 football coaches, almost 40 years old. And I couldn't tell you what it's like to lose a coach halfway through the season. I wouldn't even know what the hell I'd be thinking, to be honest with you. Like, we've had 2. Hayden Fry, when I was born in 1986, and Kurt Ferentz, who followed him. So, man, it's crazy stuff. As 2 guys that are involved in around the program, what is kind of the locker room feel? I don't know what you guys have seen on press conferences from the team. How's the vibes feel for you guys? Do you guys think it's they're kind of putting on that everything's good front, or do you think it's worse off than we really know?
So my impression on it, especially the last few weeks, is there was so much emphasis put on Oregon. That was the Super Bowl for them. And they got the Super Bowl hangover. It carried into Los Angeles, where they lost in front of 2 people out in the Rose Bowl, which blows.
We've done that.
Yeah.
We did that last year, dude. Don't worry.
It happened. But when you start listening when I started listening to the guys after the UCLA game, and it just seemed like, Deni Dennis Sutton was in a fog. Drew was like in disbelief. It just felt like it started to unravel. And then when the game Joe and I covered on Saturday with Northwestern in town, I talked with not Deny. You got Deny there, Joe. I got Zane Durant and TJ Shanahan, and I'll let you talk on Deny and whoever else you had gotten. I think Jared had gotten Devontae Ross, but from what I got, TJ Shanahan.
You know about him?
Oh yeah, he torched us last year, dog.
He still won that game though, so
we did. But damn, dude,
kicked our ass.
Sorry.
Well, TJ Shanahan just seemed like in a daze, and Zane just, he was just frustrated. I think there are, there's like a group of guys that are the senior leaders that wanted to get this done. and there's not that responsiveness, and there's a little bit of frustration. So, Joe, what were some takeaways you had gotten from Denai? And I think Jared had gotten Devontae. I don't know if you got.
Yeah, I was there for some of Devontae too. He didn't really say anything too that sticks out to me, but Denai, the one thing he did say was his exact quote was they asked him about Franklin's press conference, and the quote was, he said he loves us, he'd do anything for us, and now there's going to be a whole new level of problems. And I wish that I had the presence of mind to ask him what he meant by a whole nother level of problems. But, when you're in press scrums, it's a variation of things. Either, you have one question in mind and you're just thinking about that question and not as zoned in as maybe you should be. Maybe somebody else gets in before you could ask that, and then there's not a natural time to ask something. There's a whole variation of things. I'm surprised that a lot of prominent Penn State beat writers were in that scrum. I'm surprised that not one person followed up on it. But I think with or without that quote, the vibe after the game was that James Franklin had coached his last game, and we heard that in what Franklin said in his press conference. We saw that on the field with him, shaking hands and hugging players one by one, which isn't normal, even after a bad loss. His whole family was in the press room. There were a lot of things that I think made it not too surprising that James Franklin would be out. I didn't expect it to happen Sunday afternoon. I thought it might take a little longer because of the buyout negotiations and all that.
Right.
But I think a lot of people left Beaver Stadium knowing that Drew Aller had just played his last game and having a pretty good idea that James Franklin had just coached.
And if you guys take a look up Joe Hermit, who's one of the better photographers on the beat.
He is the best. He is the best photographer on the beat. I will say that right now. Joe's the man.
So yeah, look this up because it's very ominous. He caught James Franklin, and you could see the disbelief. But what was eerie with the photo he took was in the background above Beaver Stadium at night. You can see the storm clouds rolling in. It was very, very well done, and looking back at that photo now, like that's a great image for whatever reason that you could do it. So check that out. I highly suggest it.
What was his name?
Joe Hermit.
I'm gonna pull it up right now. Sorry.
Hermitt. Am I right, Joe?
Sure and he is one of the. I'm getting off base here, but he is one of the nicest guys ever too. So.
Oh my God, yeah! The first time I met him, really got to talk to him at the Peach Bowl in 2023. He took me around. He was fantastic. I loved him. It was funny. After the Northwestern game, I'm going to throw another Hermit story in there. So we're hitting the can, and he walks in, and he's like, man, what a shit show is this becoming? And we just started howling. So, yeah, great guy.
Man, that's I couldn't imagine, man. It's crazy.
It was good. Wow, that's incredible.
So speaking of the buyout, what's this? So I'm sure you guys know a little bit more. I'm hearing is Adidas did it. What can you say, and what do you guys know about this nonsensical shit? If it's real,
Joe, because
I have heard some things that I've heard some things about Adidas. I've heard things that say that isn't the case. I think most likely it's somewhere in the middle. I don't believe Pat Krause said Penn State's footing the entire bill for Franklin's buyout. I don't believe that at all. I think they're getting some help. I'm sure some of it's from Adidas. I'm sure some of it's from boosters like Terry Pagula. But my guess from what I've heard is that it's a combination of Adidas contributing something and Penn State doing their stuff. I'm not comfortable saying that Adidas drove this whole thing. I cannot confirm that. So
yeah. So one of our colleagues in the Sports Now family, his name's Mike Oste from West Virginia Sports Now. He's a pretty good sleuth on things. He was the one who kind of let it on Sunday of dropping that bomb on there. Again, we've known Mike for years. But it's just, since we haven't been able to uncover it from our side of the beat, we're not saying it's not true. We're not saying it is true. I align with Joe's thing. It's somewhere in the middle. but that's kind of where that got started at.
That's still crazy to me. We talked last week on the show.
Didn't even know that.
Yeah, you didn't hear that shit?
No,
no. There's a rumor that Adidas fronted the entire lump sum to get him out of there. And you guys have Nike, right now?
Yeah, for now, until July. Yeah. So
okay. The backstory of this is last week we were talking about Fickle and whether he's going to make it or not, and everybody kept talking about the buyout. And this was my gripe. This is different football. I don't think if a university really wants to get rid of somebody, they're going to find a way to get rid of somebody nowadays. This isn't 10 years ago where like, hey, these buyouts, that's a lot of money. Where are we going to get this money from? Because you can't go collect that money back then. Now you can. And true or not true, hearing that the alternate brand is potentially forking over money just to better suit them in the future is crazy, and just a big kind of, I guess, a nutshell of what college football has kind of turned into, man. If that's really true, that's crazy. So like anytime these contracts are up, you could have Nike or Adidas come knocking on somebody's door saying, nah, man, we want to make more money off of you guys. We got to get this guy out of there. That's nuts if that's true. That's just my take on that. That's crazy.
So let me paint a picture for you guys, and this may help with a lot of the economics of it. So we know Penn State seats 106,300 and some. Now that's kind of the official attendance thing. If you took the average ticket price and you take the average spend on there, and if Penn State got 10,000 less spectators in over the 6 years of James Franklin's contract, if James Franklin was the coach and he couldn't get him over the hump, that would cost Penn State $72 million. So the question to you becomes, do you want to lose $46 million? Do you want us to lose $72 million?
Yep.
You're going to lose somewhere. Pick your poison.
Yeah. Which blade is sharper?
That's just spectators. That it might not even include potential, gifts and other things that boosters would be able to generate, because people might have fatigue and stuff. So there's that monetization loss of that. So if you figure you would lose over that same 6-year period, which isn't a crazy number to think of, if they're willing to throw in $10 or $20 million each, and say that gets cut in half, you're talking now $131 million versus 40. Again, I know these are big numbers, guys, but that's where we're at today.
Yeah, for sure, man. I love that you broke that down. That's and that's just the state of college football, man. That really is the state of college football
across the country. Each of these teams have to fill up their stadium. They have to sell things out. They have to get their gifts. They have to. All this is about. If anything interrupts the cash flow, it then becomes what is going to cost less. Get rid of the problem, i.e., the coach, or endure the losses in the cash flow. And you know what? More often than not in this era, because in my opinion, and Joe, agree or disagree with this, there was a lot of professional flair of how James Franklin was fired. It wasn't like your traditional college firing. This is what like the Los Angeles Lakers, New York Yankees, Dallas Cowboys do whenever they need to change coaches. This wasn't college style.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head right there. We're used to seeing midseason firings in pro sports, whether it's baseball. My Pirates ex Derek Shelton in May. We just saw it in the NFL with Callahan from the Titans. But when it happens in college, especially at a place like Penn State, it's not as normal. So yeah, there was a pro vibe to this one, I think.
Yeah, that is, and I mean that's really what this is turning into with college football nowadays, man. It's all about the money, man. I was trying to pull up something and share a classic Ted DiBiase picture because
No, you're
I
wrestling
keep saying
guy.
it. Everybody's got a price, man.
Oh, Brad
Yeah,
loves
man.
it.
I was trying to pull it up.
That smelts his bread and butter.
Mhm.
Hell yeah, man. So
Yes.
I tried pulling up a Ted DiBiase thing, but this day and age of college football, man, everybody's got a price, whether it's a buyout, a hire. I mean, Kurt Cignetti says he's comfortable in Indiana until somebody
He ain't
forks
going
over
nowhere.
a shit ton of money.
I don't
He ain't
think
going.
he's
Said
going.
everybody ever.
Well,
I
here's the
don't,
thing.
I don't think Mark Cuban's going to let him leave.
That's true.
Well, I don't even. I just think the calendars don't line up for him to go anywhere. If this team's going to be a national title contender, at least for this cycle and for this year and in the next year, he isn't going anywhere. Could he leave in a year or two? Sure. But if we're talking in here and now, as long as Indiana is in the playoff and doing these things, why would he interrupt that and leave and cause his own distraction and demise?
Yep.
Yeah, it's so hard because, like, if he stays at Indiana, he is the legendary coach of that football program, assuming he would keep them on their trajectory. If he,
Wait a minute. How dare you dethrone Lee Corso?
Huh.
I mean, he used to come on Sunday morning and explain to all Hoosier Nation how he lost on Saturdays.
Yeah, but if Cignetti goes to Penn State, no matter what he does, he's never going to be Joe Paterno.
Well, no one is. I mean,
right. But no, my point is, like, that's just another reason for Cignetti to stay at Indiana, because he could be like the legendary figure in that football program's history. He doesn't have a chance to do that at Penn State. Not that anybody does, but you know.
I don't think it's about being a legendary figure at these schools anymore. These guys are more mercenaries, because it's like you come in, we're going to pay you a lot of money. You better win. If you win, you're going to continue to get paid until you stop winning, and then you're gone. If you happen to get to 20 years, 25 years, you'll earn legendary status. You could be like Kirk Ferentz and be the man in and around Iowa City. But like I said, this era is completely different. It is what it is. I don't know how else to describe it. Like we're in the infancy of the professionalization of major college football.
Now high school's they're starting to.
Oh God!
Hey, you can pay them down here in Florida.
Well,
NIL.
And it's crazy. Just like there's websites that are now assessing 7th and 8th graders. Like, are you kidding me? You haven't hit puberty yet. How do we know
that's what I was gonna say, dude.
A 5-star 7th grade quarterback. Like, wait, what?
Like Todd Marinovich.
Oh yeah, dude, it's a disgrace out there. Like, you got guys that are like, their bios are like how they've evaluated like 12, 13, and 14-year-olds. Are you kidding me? I mean, God bless you found the niche, but I mean, I wouldn't want to be the person evaluating, oh, this 12-year-old quarterback's good, and oh, this 13-year-old linebacker is going to be a disruptor. Like, how?
What up, Chris? Yeah, see, that's funny, man. When 7th and 8th grade, me, 5'3", 110 pounds soaking wet. Sophomore year on, 6'3", 200 pounds. Big difference.
Right.
Like where do these guys get their intel? Like, are these guys like, hey, we expect puberty to impact this kid like this, and you're going to want to invest. Like, I'd love to know what that science is.
Are they talking to their doctors? Hey, can you tell me how many growth platelets he has in his knees?
I know, right?
Like what? Sorry, Brandon, go on.
Well, what if their dad is like an ex-athlete? Is that how they're doing it?
But not every dad's an ex-athlete. I mean, I know my dad didn't do anything. No, Joe, did you play sports in school?
Elementary school.
All right. Well, okay. So was your dad an athlete?
Yeah, he ran like cross country in high school, but like
I mean, you see what I'm trying to get at here. Like,
well,
they ain't going after Joe. Got it? Is what you're trying to say? They're not. Sorry, Joe.
No, we're good.
No D1 offers coming, because I was gonna say, man, I said it one other week, man. I got all my eligibility left, so I'm still on the table. So are you, Joe. So don't ever forget, man. Never give up, baby.
They made a movie about a 58-year-old. You can do it, man.
Hey, there is a guy playing college football in his 50s. I think.
What's his name?
Yeah, what's his
I
name?
don't know.
Oh, he plays
know.
D. He plays defensive line.
D3. Yeah, D3,
I
I think.
want to know if Grandpa's invited over to the parties afterwards. You have to
Great.
imagine.
Yeah.
Grandpa goes to the cookout, baby. Let's go.
I gotta take my nap.
Oh man, crazy stuff. So, yeah, man. What do we say we transition this thing and start having some fun? We're gonna do some picks, and then we'll talk about. We'll get into some more X and O's for the game, keys to the game, and then make our picks. Sound good, gentlemen?
Sounds great.
All right. Let me load up my masterful artwork. Let's get this Mormon Bowl going here, baby. Let's start with this bad boy.
Hey, can I make the first comments on this?
Yeah.
Check this out. Did you hear about not the Utah fan, but the BYU fan who made threats? Like actual death threats? Like,
oh yeah.
What? About what?
Oh, yeah. Towards a Utah Ute fan. The funny thing to me about that is, okay, I'm gonna make I'm gonna make some comments here. If anybody on here is Mormon, I'm sorry.
Don't cancel us.
But
Hope Bryce Harper isn't watching.
I would think that somebody from Utah would do this to BYU, not somebody from BYU do this to a Ute. So, I mean, this rivalry, dude, is nuts. It's actually not being a fan. This is a fun rivalry.
It is one of my favorite rivalries in the country, and I remember when I was Mike Farrell Sports, I did a nice profile on this rivalry. You know, the Y seemingly owns this rivalry ever since Lavelle Edwards became the coach there, had Norm Chow, the slew of quarterbacks. I'm trying to remember. I think Kalani Sataki is still the coach there.
Yep.
Very well respected and venerated across the country. Even though they lost Jake Ratzliff to the plethora of issues that were happening at the Church of Latter-day Saints, I don't trust where Utah is right now as a program. Give me the Y. And I think they'll cover too.
Yeah. I like BYU in this one. I just the only Utah game I've watched this year. I don't have time to watch a ton of college football, obviously, because I'm away most Saturdays. But given how Utah looked against Texas Tech, and given like the past two games since, they've kind of been on a warpath, like beating West Virginia by 34, beating Arizona State by 32. I don't know if they're consistent enough yet to keep this going. So going on the road to Provo at night in a rivalry game, yeah, I'm with Kyle. I like BYU in this one, in a close one.
Give me the Y.
See, this is crazy, man. I mean, looking at this, Vegas thinks Utah is going to walk in there and win by a field goal plus, which is, I don't know. I'll make my pick. I'll let Brandon end this because he likes this rivalry a lot more than me. I'm taking the Y too. BYU, baby. I don't know enough about these two programs to tell you why there's that 3.5 laid to Utah, but I can tell you that I've seen enough of BYU to know that that's going to be a hostile place to play, and this rivalry is a good-ass rivalry. So give me the Y, baby.
So, have you seen the backdrops for both of these stadiums? Just how
Rice Eccles is
gorgeous.
Bell Edwards is fantastic as well.
Gorgeous. But with that being said, Brad, we're baseball fans too now. BYU has probably the best baseball stadium backdrop in college baseball.
Appalachian State's pretty good too.
Appalachian State's pretty good.
Gosh, well, yeah, it is, man.
But no, BYU's is beautiful, man.
So I'm actually going to take the Mormons.
Which ones? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, don't. If you call the Utes that, they'll get insulted.
All right, so it's clean sweep for BYU, baby. All right.
To my boy Grant Jones, who was the starting safety for BYU in the late 90s and early 2000s. I'll send him it so he can watch. So he could see it's video proof, Grant. I picked BYU.
Yeah.
There you go, baby. All right, we're going to head to the SEC, and we're going to do this one for Mr. Vandy Chris, friend of the show. Jumps on and does baseball.
Kyle, you remember him?
How can I not?
Yeah, he's on the mend, man. He had surgery.
Let's do this.
And great that Chris is doing well. I heard he did well.
Yep.
Great guy overall. Cannot say a bad thing about him. The only thing is, man, he's a thorn in everyone's side with Vanderbilt.
No kidding.
Except for this year, man. Look at them, man. They're ranked 17th. They're favored against LSU. Like, who would have thought that shit? So, like, this guy's living on cloud 9 minus his back probably hurting a little bit. But
yeah.
All right, I'll let you guys lead this off. Joe, you want to kick us off with this bad boy?
Man.
Yeah, first I'll say I was talking with Kyle on our Nittany Sports Now podcast, Joe and the Fat Man. I have Clark Lee on Penn State's coaching hot board, and for the reason being that obviously we've seen that winning at Vanderbilt is impressive enough to get you a high-profile job. Penn State fans should know that very well. So I think Vandy has some big opportunities here. They got 4 games against ranked teams. If Clark Lee is able to do what James Franklin never did and win double-digit games at Vanderbilt, I'm not saying it's going to be Penn State, but he's going to get some pretty high-profile consideration. With that said, I can't trust Vanderbilt to really know how to win this type of game. It's Vanderbilt, really. And I know it's a different Vanderbilt, but with Brian Kelly, for as much as people knock him, he's a good coach. He knows what to do in this environment. I don't think Vanderbilt's home field advantage is ever going to be intimidating. So I just think that Brian Kelly knows how to win in these type of situations. And Vanderbilt, Alabama last year notwithstanding, in a top 20 matchup, Vandy kind of fell on its face in the first one. I think LSU, because of how well it's coached, is going to get one here in what won't be a very hostile SEC road environment.
Ooh, Andy Chris, hope you're not watching.
So
here's a comment.
And this is going to be I'm not picking anything like precise with this one. It's just with people. So want to shout out to Mr. Tiger himself, Tony Thomas, for finally getting his Sports Illustrated assignment for covering Baylor. He's a huge LSU fan. And Chris knows I'll never pick Vanderbilt for anything. So go Tigers, LSU.
All right, Brandon, who you got? The Fighting Vandy Chris's or LSU?
Nope. Leading on with what Kyle said, I'm doing this out of love, Vandy. I just want to let you know that every pick I make will always be against your Vanderbilt Commodores because I love you. So I'm going to go with LSU.
All right. And listen, go ahead.
Well, he told us, what was it, 4-8? So that's another reason. So damn you.
He did say Iowa was going to finish 4-8, which means Iowa will not win a game from here on out, gentlemen, just in case you wondered.
So take that.
I'm going to take Vanderbilt because you 3 took LSU. And in honor of Chris mending after surgery, I'm going to go with his boys. I think they get a big win for him. And hopefully if they do, he won't jump out of his seat in his recliner too fast and fuck himself up more. So give me Vanderbilt, man. Let him get a top 25 matchup win at home, baby. Nashville will go crazy. Yeah, crazy.
We're just talking about 50-year-olds playing college football. Vandy's got one at quarterback. So
yeah. Yeah, and he's trying to get more years, I saw. Is that true?
He is.
God, this guy. All right, man. We'll keep it in the SEC. We got number 5 Ole Miss heading to Georgia. 7-point dog here. Kyle, you think the dogs continue to bark, or you think the Fighting Lane Kiffins can come in there and take this bad boy?
I think Kirby Smart has some revenge on his mind here. I mean, remember, it was last year in the Grove at the SIP where Ole Miss just dominated the Bulldogs.
Yep.
I think Georgia really, really wants this one. I haven't bought into Ole Miss this year at all. I think Georgia's gonna win big between the hedges. Go Dogs.
For the same reason. Kirby at home, kind of still pissed off from last year. Yeah, I like Georgia.
Brandon?
Georgia on my mind, Brad.
Yeah, man, I gotta go with the dogs. I can't go against you guys on this one, honestly. That everything you stated previous, last year's thumping, and this one's in the hedges. Give me the dogs, man. I thought it was weird. At least where I looked, it was just 7. Not very often do I see a without the 0.5 in there, and they just dropped a 7 on this website. I can't remember who it was, but give me the dogs to cover. I think it's a 2 touchdown game at least. So go dogs. Let's get back to the Big Ten. Well, half Big Ten. Big game, man. Big game here. USC finally ranked, having a year, going in versus Notre Dame. Notre Dame favored 8.5, gentlemen. Joe, too high? Or do you think Notre Dame's going to figure this shit out?
No, I trust Notre Dame to kind of work things out. It's been kind of a theme of the Marcus Freeman era where they, they lose games early, or at least one bad game early that they shouldn't, and then they end up turning it around to have a hell of a season. I think that's going to be the same way this year. I think Notre Dame understands that this is, you look at the rest of their schedule, this is really their last test of the regular season, at least as far as ranked opponents go. They don't have another ranked opponent. So Notre Dame knows that if it wins this game, it has a pretty damn good chance at the college football playoff. I think some things might have to go their way, but they're not being in a conference hurts them too. In this case, when they're going to be on the bubble, but I think they're still alive in the college football playoff discussion. And Lincoln Riley hasn't been great in big games since he's gone to USC. Losing to Illinois on the road was a good example of that. And I don't think this SC team is really consistent enough to build off what it did to Michigan and get a win in South Bend. I don't see that. So I would take Notre Dame and the points.
Kyle, who you got, man?
So do you think Hunter's watching this? Because if he is, he might not like it.
I don't care.
Hunter. Sorry, go on.
Oh, no, you had to do that, and that was very apropos. So I'm going to just say this. The University of Spoiled Children is going to get the belt from Notre Dame, and it's going to be administered by their 2 dads, Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price, who, let's be honest, Love is just pounding the rock this year, has 11 total touchdowns this year, averaging nearly 6 yards a carry. And then Jadarian Price is 7 yards per play, and just completely doing it. CJ Carr, who's in his first year, just seems to be comfortable with it. I don't think he's going to do anything outside of the comfort zone. Notre Dame gets its resume win. They'll cover and take care of business. Belt to ass administered by the Irish Spoiled Children.
Very nice. I'll take the next pick. I think this is honestly for Notre Dame to remain obviously in the playoff contention. This is a must win for them. They're still ranked 13th with 2 losses, right?
Yep.
So they have to come out. They have to take care of business, and they have to do it in impressive fashion because they don't have a conference, right? They don't have all these big-time, big names still to come. I know they still got a decent schedule ahead of them, but this is a must-win for them, and I think they do. I think Lincoln Riley just continues the shit. I don't know if they cover, but give me Notre Dame by at least 6, baby. Last but not least, babe. Brandon, what you got, man?
I have a serious question for our 2 guests. Is there any truth to the whole Marcus Freeman rumors?
I think they're probably reaching out to everybody. I think they're gonna call Marcus Freeman. So I don't think he's coming to Penn State, and On3 didn't report that he was a serious candidate. But I think a call would be made. I think there's I think there's some truth to that.
I'll answer it like this, guys. Just because I attempted to call Kate Upton doesn't mean she picked up.
Long time ago, I tried calling Angelina Jolie. She did not pick up. Sorry. Anyway, carry on.
Take it for what it's worth.
Right. Okay. Notre Dame.
Another sweep, baby. All right. Moving on.
We have different picks.
Man, I like that. I like that difference. That's not what I wanted. So you got me double clicking now.
Well, don't go.
I'm gonna move a little bit. My laptop is on life support, but just keep going. I'll be able to talk.
Well, let's close it out, baby. The game of the week, in our opinions, and we're the only ones that matter right now. Us four standing around, sitting around, doing what we're doing. Penn State traveling to Iowa City for a night game. America Needs Farmers game. Iowa striping that baby out. And, man, did this line move from last week to this week. Do you guys know what the line was last week for this game? It was double digits. I just don't. Yeah, it was double digits last week. Yeah. And it made a complete. I'm guessing it probably made at least a 16-point swing. And you said it went down to 2.5. Brandon, is that what you said?
Yeah, it's 2.5 now. That's okay. It's one off. Who cares?
Wild stuff. Obviously, crazy stuff going on at Penn State. Gentlemen, keys to the game. What has to happen for you guys to walk into Kinnick in a hostile environment and take this W? And who should we be looking out for in this game? We'll let Joe kick us off, man. Joe, speak to us, baby.
Yeah. I think the key to the game for Penn State is they don't have a chance, I don't think, if Ethan Grunkemeyer is not good, or at least not competent. But I will say that, if Penn State could get push on the offensive line, which they haven't been able to do, and they could run the ball well, which Katron Allen has been great all year, Nick Singleton hasn't. If they could do what they kind of sort of did against Northwestern and make Katron the guy, I think that they'll be able to run it well enough to where that would offset a lot of what Penn State is missing with Drew Aller. But I think it's hard for me to see Penn State with everything going on and with a backup quarterback going into Iowa City and getting a win. But if they are going to win, I think they have to run. They have to run the football well, and they have to nail down Katron Allen as the number one back because that hasn't happened yet.
All right, who you taking, man?
Who you taking, Joe?
Who you taking, Joe?
Oh, sorry.
You're good, brother.
Yeah, I was just thinking. Give me Iowa, and I'll go 20-17. I think Penn State's defense plays well, but just I don't know. Not having Drew Aller there is going to be tough.
All right, Kyle, you're up, man.
So my keys are to like this. So offensively with Grunk, they can go one of two ways. Number one, you allow Grunk to just open it up and you stretch the field and you leverage his arm to that ability. That's tough in such a hostile environment. It's going to come down to it like Joe was talking about. Can Penn State own the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball? So from the offensive perspective, they got the talent on the offensive line to do it. They need to get back to a hat on a hat and just dominating that thing. An effective run game, but they need a low-risk, high-yield passing attack. A few play actions would be nice in this, but at some point, Grunk's going to have to make a throw or two if Penn State has a shot. Defensively, they got to rush the quarterback and own the line of scrimmage against Northwestern, guys. And we're talking about Northwestern. We're not talking Notre Dame. We're not talking Oregon. We're talking Northwestern. Northwestern possessed the ball for nearly 20 minutes in the second half against Penn State. And the only negative plays that Penn State had in that second half were, number one, a sack by Zariah Fisher on Preston Stone, and then the 3 quarterback kneel downs in victory formation by Preston Stone. So what does that tell you? They're not getting into the backfield. You can't allow an Iowa team. If you have 0 negative plays against Iowa, you're going to lose. That's just the facts of life. My last key to this is this. It's going to come down also to the Penn State linebackers. For whatever reason, they're so fixated on 2 linebacker sets. And look, Joe can concur with this. Don DeLuca is a guy who's punched above his ability, but he doesn't have the same range Tony Rojas has. And in the scheme that they're implementing in this 4-2-5, you need to have linebackers with amazing range. Dom can operate with amazing range on a third of the field. Again, this is part of the thing I pressed Knowles on in the preseason about when we see some three linebacker personnel. He said, yes, we haven't yet seen it this year, so he lied to my face. You can go on Nittany Sports Now, type Jim Knowles. You can hear me ask him point blank, and you can hear him say, oh, we'll see it. And you could go to look at the snap counts and charts. You won't one damn time we've seen three linebackers on the field. So I guess you want me to make my pick. All I'm going to say is this. Tom Arnold will approve my pick. Iowa 34, Penn State 10. It's going to be Iowa City. It's not going to be. I don't think this team. I think this team's checked out. I'm going to put it out there. When you're taking on a checked out team on the road against a team that's humming, I mean, you guys administered pain to Wisconsin. I know Wisconsin's probably the worst team in this conference outside of Michigan State. I mean, you can make the argument of those two. Right now, we're in the toilet bowl, and we're way more talented than that. But this team has to prove to me that they can rebound. They have yet to rebound this year. So give me Iowa by. It's going to be a 4-possession game in essence.
Brandon, you want to go or you want me to take it?
I'll take her. Keys to the game. I'm going to be kind of boring here. Basically, the last few games play exactly how we've played. Like, I feel like anytime we have solid defense, do what we do, Phil Parker is going to call an amazing game plan like he always does, and we run the goddamn ball, and the quarterback moves, and we actually have a quarterback that can move to an extent and extend plays, thank freaking God, we have a chance to beat anybody, just about, for the most part. I feel like, for whatever reason, I'm giving you guys some credit here. I feel like, so I'm looking at the UCLA situation right now, as they've been, I mean, hate to bring up old wounds with you guys, but they're playing inspired ball right now ever since their coach got fired. And I feel like historically, Iowa and Penn State games, no matter where they've taken place, have always just been bare knuckle fist fights.
2023 notwithstanding.
Well, yeah, but for the most part, Kirk Ferentz wise, Iowa Penn State has all, and I feel like that's Kirk Ferentz's favorite opponent. Brad, I'm sure you can agree with me on that one. Yep. Just because of where he's from, I feel like he enjoys it. I feel like he's happier when it's Penn State week, and hell, even when we beat Penn State, he's happy. Like you can actually see him glowing because he is a Pennsylvanian. So
he also has a lot of Pitt ties, so there's probably that to it.
Yes,
backyard brawl, baby.
So you guys are gonna love this. So I'm going to give the most Iowa Penn State score ever, and I am going to –
Don't say 4-6.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, asshole. You ruined it. No, I am going to go with 21-20 Iowa.
Whoa, close one, man.
Yep.
Man. Yeah, I'm leaning more towards Kyle, man. I'm going to tell you this. Iowa, and we saw it last week, and we saw it most of this season, they're going to line up. They're almost going to tell you what they're doing, and they're going to punch you square in your mouth. Their running backs right now, top 3 running backs, other than, I guess, your top 3 rushers. Everybody with at least 30 touches. So you have your 3 running backs and Mark Gronowski. Kamari Moulton, 5.2 a carry. Xavier Williams, 7.3 a carry. Jazz Patterson, 5.8 a carry. And then new to the scene last week, Nathan McNeil, who doesn't quite have 30 touches, but he's averaging 4.8 yards a carry. Iowa's running backs are basically averaging 6 yards a touch all season long. I'm going to tell you, Iowa's going to sit there, and you said there's supposed to be rain, right, Brandon? Potential,
yes,
90%
chance?
Yeah,
it's supposed to rain.
I think Iowa's going to line up, and they're going to make Penn State stop them. They know Penn State's kind of a beaten down team right now, and this fits to Iowa's MO. They're going to try to just line up and bully them all over the field, and which will open up exactly what Kyle was hoping Penn State to do, is drop in some of those bombs, some of those play actions, and some of those quick little passes to kind of keep them guessing. So, Brandon, we talked off air. Yes, a lot of teams play inspired, but I think there's more to this. Most of those other teams aren't fresh off of college football playoff in January and one win away from a national championship game. So, yeah, they play up. This is a whole team that's like, man, we were 8 months ago in the playoff trying to win a national championship. Now we have no quarterback. We have no head coach. We're a 3-3. And I think it's too hostile. I think it's too new, and it's too fired up team. I think Iowa bullies them a little bit. Give me the Hawkeyes 27-13. A good win, I'm going to say. I think this is setting up for an Iowa, just a classic Iowa game is all I'm going to say.
Reasonable.
All right, sweet. Man, that's the first time we've had the guest all pick Iowa too, Brandon. You do realize that, right?
It has. That's crazy.
I think we'll invite these guys on more.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. All right, well, gentlemen, man, Kyle, good seeing you again, man.
Thanks,
Old
guys.
Dogs, neighborhood man. Joe, nice to meet you, my friend. Pleasure having you on. If you guys want to give a shout out where anybody in Hawkeye Nation can find you, I know you guys are pretty attached to the Penn State program.
Sure.
You never know. You may be able to find some Hawkeyes that are closet Penn State fans. So your time to sound off, gentlemen. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll go. My personal Twitter account is listed under my name. That's at Joe Smelter 775. Our Twitter account is Nittany SN, and then you can find Nittany Sports Now on Facebook and just the general search bar by typing Nittany Sports Now. So yeah, that's where all my stuff is going to be. And Kyle, you can plug yourself too.
So me and Joe dwell at good old NittanySportsNow.com. My latest column up is criticizing Jim Knowles, how he broke the Penn State defense. So I would suggest reading it. It's very analytical, very thought out. I know a lot of Ohio State fans enjoy it. You can find me at Kyle Golick FB. I would also want to shout out to good old Buckeye backers and the college football backers. I do a weekly spot on there. So you guys get a Penn State article from me every week. So definitely check us out there. And if you're watching and you haven't checked out college football backers, great network. I know those guys do a lot of good work there. Steve Leonard does a great work out of Tony Thomas is there. TJ Chapman. Give those guys some support. Amazing guys.
Yeah.
You won't be disappointed. Guess what, guys? None of this stuff, nothing on Nittany Sports Now, college football backers, or whatever these guys do are behind a paywall, guys. All the stuff that we're creating is free for you. Just please support us all and watch and read.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Gentlemen, we appreciate your time, and
thank you.
We'll let you get back to your Wednesday evening. But yeah, man. Hopefully we can chat again soon, and hopefully we have at least a good game, and hopefully you guys aren't too sad after Iowa City thumps you.
My last is if it does go into the toilet bowl in Iowa City, if you can direct message me an awesome meme. You guys are very creative in finding things. I would appreciate it. And I would get a good laugh, because having to write a decimating loss, sometimes you need to get a good laugh and feel some joy.
Hell yeah, man.
Yes, that's true.
All right, gentlemen. Well, good luck on Saturday, and we'll let you get back to your Wednesday evening. It was a pleasure, guys.
See ya.
Thank you.
Yep, absolutely.
See you guys.
Take care, guys.
Yep. Take care.
See ya.
Man, that was a first, man.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? Our guest actually took us.
Well, are you talking like guests from other teams? Or are you talking?
Man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
That feels good, man.
Okay.
Good.
So right now it is 63% chance of rain.
Ooh.
And then in the nighttime, 70%.
Yeah, I saw most of it's coming at night, which, hey, I'm okay with it. The way we've been running the football, I don't see us doing. I think we just continually do the same thing. 200 plus rushing yards, 150 passing yards, 350 yards, 30 points, W. That's my. I mean, these guys are at press conferences, man, and to listen to what they had to say about what potential the turmoil is within the locker room, it kind of, I mean, most teams, like I told you and you said, play for their interim coach, right? I think this is a lot deeper than we know, and I guess we'll find out come Saturday, man.
We'll find out, yep.
You going?
Of course. I'm going to be soaked, but yeah, I'm going.
Hell yeah, man.
I got somebody to buy my other ticket, so yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, there you go. I was going to say, you told me you weren't going to go. I was like, you motherfucker, man.
Nah. I'm going to Minnesota too, and we got 3. Dude, we're halfway through our home slate this year already. I'm kind of disgusted.
We're halfway through the season already too.
I know.
Disgusting. It doesn't seem like it, but here we are, man. Game number 7 on the docket. All right, man. Well, we can wrap this up. Huge shout out to Hawkeye Heaven. As always, Levi's been great having us use his platform to host this thing. We appreciate it. So this thing's presented by Hawkeye Heaven. Villains Network for giving us the platform really to do this thing that we love to do. And like he talked about, free. We do this for free. We just love talking Hawks, having a good ass time. And then a big shout out to Buffalo Wild Wings Go. Locations in Waukee, soon to be Grimes, and Altoona there in Iowa City. So go check them out. Mr. Matt King holding it down there. And then obviously here in Florida, Jacksonville area alumni owner. We are rocking it down here in Jacksonville. So you want to watch the game at home? Hit up a B-Dubs Go, man. Bring the sports bar to you guys. Yeah, man. It's been fun again.
Yes, wrap it up. Let's get out of here, dude. It's bedtime.
Man. Yeah, don't get me on bedtime, dude. Yeah, as always, guys. I'm feeling old, man. I'm almost 40, man. Give me a break. But yeah, let's wrap this baby up, man. And as always, man, what do you say? Go Hawks?
Go Hawks, baby.
All right. Take care, everybody. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
History of balls and abuses, bleeding. I watch you shine. I know it burns when you turn. Yeah, the